By now, most of us have heard the story of Birmingham's missed opportunity. Right now, you're looking live at Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport.
Once in the running to be the economic capital of the Deep South, Birmingham missed out on getting the big regional airport that ended up in Atlanta. But why and what's ahead for Birmingham? In this special report, CBS 42 News anchor Art Franklin takes an inside look.
Well, to find out the whole story, I started researching articles on microfiche at Birmingham's Henley Library and talking with corporate leaders who were involved in trying to lure more airlines and nonstop flights to Birmingham. Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport serves 3 million passengers a year. Far cry from Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, the world's busiest with 103 million passengers annually. Flashback to 1950, Birmingham and Atlanta were practically the same size with populations around 300,000. As the story goes, Delta was considering a move, possibly to Birmingham.
It was looking to relocate because we were and are the geographic center of the southeastern U.S.
Atlanta's Mayor William Hartsfield and the Atlanta business community aggressively lobbied for airport expansion in Atlanta. Birmingham city leaders chose not to pursue the emerging airline.
And they said bye-bye and went to Atlanta, and the rest is history.
And at least one writer thought that Birmingham's missed opportunity on the airport in the 50s was the greatest missed opportunity for any city since World War II ended.
And so Atlanta won the battle, becoming the capital of the Deep South. With Delta Airlines firmly entrenched, Atlanta exploded in population and economic development. So how do we miss out on Delta?
We were still tied up and ensnarled in civil rights issues, a regressive type attitude. Atlanta was close to being the city that was too busy to hate.
Frank Young says beyond Birmingham's segregated-minded power structure, Alabama lawmakers imposed an aviation fuel tax. Corporate leaders say Birmingham politicians preferred the steel industry over aviation. Plus, Birmingham was in the central time zone.
I think we had a shot. I think if we could have done something about the aviation tax and a little better leadership, we could have overcome the time zone issue.
Atlanta's airport capitalized. As Delta's headquarters, Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport now generates $52 billion a year in total revenue. Birmingham Shuttlesworth International, just $1 billion in economic impact. But recently, Birmingham Mayor Randall Whiffen tried to lure Delta Airlines when he tweeted, "Let's talk," after Georgia lawmakers in a battle with Delta over the NRA denied the airline a $50 million jet fuel tax break.
I want to encourage Delta Airlines and any other company to consider Birmingham, where we put people first.
But right now, no airline hub in Birmingham, no major sports team, our population just a fifth of Atlanta's. So what's next for Birmingham?
We have a lot going for us, and I just think if we have better air service, that'll just be a greater catalyst for the city that's already growing well, but we can grow more, and I think the airlines are going to be a big part of that.
Miguel Southwell is the interim CEO of the Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport. Southwell says they're working on getting more nonstop flights.
We're going to be actually seeking out these airlines, and that is going to be a difference in approach, because in the future we're actually going to be developing business cases for cities that we think have the potential, and then approaching those airlines.
Southwell sees Birmingham Shuttlesworth Airport as having a world-class terminal with many possibilities.
There is potential as well for some international flights as well. We think that given the strategic location of Birmingham, that we could manage to attract flights to Central America and the Caribbean as well.
One idea from Frank Young you saw in the story is to connect walking and biking trails with Railroad Park, Ruffner Park, and Red Mountain Park. That would create a green line in Birmingham to rival any in the country. It's a move that could attract young people and a new generation of companies. To do that and get more nonstop flights takes cooperation from corporate leaders, City Hall, and surrounding communities. There is much optimism that can happen, so all is not lost. with the missed Delta opportunity. Art Franklin, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.